Okay guys, I'm uploading another message because I feel like this is really heavy on my heart and I want to get it out ASAP. You guys, I don't know who's coming across this video, but you have to watch out for beauty spells. Now, beauty spells aren't as extensive as a cauldron, as witches creating a brew over your life, right? It literally could be as simple as a bad thought in a witch's in a witch is someone who does not take care of themselves, believes in their own power, at home doing cards, believes in their own mist and magical, whatever, doesn't believe in God's power and will for their life. They're sitting around believing in their own magic, right? That is a witch. That is someone just who believes in themselves. Like, they're not searching for God every day. They believe in their own, what money can get for them, what another person can get from them. That's a witch. That's a modern day witch, okay? And these modern day witches, right? A lot of the times they don't like to go out and do the work for themselves, right? So you'll see a lot of these witches eat whatever. They just they age quickly. They're not in that youthful, God, when you tap into him, you tap into that fountain of youth. People don't know what age you are. People don't know what's going on there. You just present a youthfulness and people don't know what's happening because you're in that energy of God. You just look good. You're handling that. And you got to watch out, because when you look good, these witches who are not taking care of themselves, okay, these modern day witches who are not taking care of themselves, who are just scrolling Instagram, come across your page or come across you in real life, right? They'll send you a thought, right? And this thought would just simply come across into your head, right? So say someone comes across a video of yours, a picture, come across you, and they really like your hair, right? And they don't like their hair. They hate all the food that they're just eating crap, so their hair is not growing or doing a thing there. They're just they're not following God, so God's not giving them the information to really thoroughly grow that, because he's still humbling them. They're going through a humbling process. All witches have to, right? They're gonna go through a humbling process, especially with their hair. A big thing about beauty and hair when it comes to a witch. You ain't gonna tap into that, right? And there's some real beautiful witches though, but those are the ones that believe in their own power and whatever, who cares what they think? I don't know, just let me get on. So you gotta watch out when a witch comes across you, loves your hair, because she gonna send a thought like, I want her to cut all her hair off. I wish Nair was in her shampoo. I wish that someone would cut her hair. I wish that she would go to a hairdresser one time, they would cut it too short. I wish that her hair would thin. She would straighten it too much, and then her hair would thin. She would wear so many weaves, and that she would just create bald spots and breakage. These thoughts are what witches who don't take care of their body come across, and they'll send that to your hair, to you, right? And so it comes on to you where you don't like your hair. You don't like what's going on here. You want to cut off your hair. You just got a new fresh weave. You just got a new fresh sewing. You just got a new wig. You just got new hair, fresh hair flowing. And all of a sudden you want to cut it. You want to cut it? You just got this hair. You want to cut it, girl? If you don't take that hair and wear your short hair, if you want to cut something, not cut something, but if you want short, right? And then some of these women will cut off all their hair. They would have believed the enemy completely. I have had days where enemy that has attacked me all day, I felt so stressed and I just wanted to cut all my hair off. And I was like, God, wow, that's the enemy. He wants me to go crazy and then look crazy. That's the whole enemy. That is, wow. Straight thought I would cut my hair. And you got to watch out for those beauty spells, because you'll be feeling so good about yourself and all of a sudden you just feeling weird. That is a ugly witch. Ugly McDonald's cheeseburger eating witch done stumbled across you and sent you a weird thought because of her jealous behavior. And then what's wrong with these witches is because they believe in their own power. They believe they should be top dog. So when they come across a beautiful woman, a beautiful man, a cool man, right? And they believe they're top dog. He's a warlock witch, right? They believe they should be top dog. They're going to send you energy to get you out the game. Like me, I'm like a bring it on. I'm a Toro. I love when a clover pops up. I love it. Because not only do I want to be a companion, like Torrance. She wanted to be a companion to the clovers. Dang, I realized my team wasn't on the right stuff. I'm trying to be cool with you, but y'all the best. Y'all winning. We the best. We winning. And I like when I feel like I have something to live for. Right? We are not trying to knock y'all down. We want you to show up to the competition, because whatever grade, we need to be honest. We need to know how we're doing. We need to know what's happening. So we love it when we come across people who are better than ourselves, because we need to know how we doing. Do you feel a little weird? Okay, you need to step on it. you slouching. You know, like you feel like you want people to show up as the best them and you don't care. Because you're showing up as the best you and you don't care. It ain't no I'm sorry's, like you stepped out of line. Like, I'm gonna let you know, don't step out of line because I want this to be based on your performance. Don't step out of line, right? I'm gonna let you know because like I want the competition to be healthy and fair, right? But ultimately, these witches who believe in their own power, they don't want it to be fair. In fact, if you show up and like all the whatever they've been teaching themselves, whatever they've been spewing to themselves, the tarot readings they've been listening to, all their own self-power, like comes to nothing. Especially in the face of a real child of God who's handling that stuff, all of that self-knowledge, self becomes nothing, right? This is why they want to take y'all down. But anyways, so you gotta watch out. Don't cut your hair. These people will tell you to cut your hair. They will send you beauty spells like you ugly. And what's crazy is a lot of women develop. Like me, I'm someone who developed like to me in my beauty and in who I am. To me, I wasn't a spring chicken. I wasn't an early bird. I didn't know who I was until a bit later. And God had to help me with that, right? And so while you're developing in your beauty and in who you are, right? You're still showing up. You're still showing up like you the full package. Like you already there. Like you already winning, right? And these people don't know that you still are developing in who you are in that beauty, right? And so that's why God tells us to go to the gym, to eat well. Because when you eat well, sometimes these beauty spells will come, these negative thoughts will come, but because you're on a good pattern with life, with God, it literally just becomes noise. It literally becomes like a thought. Like you'll think it's just your negative self trying to come in and re-enter the gates, right? And you just shut it down, get back to that's what eating well does for you. You're able to shut beauty spells and the work of the enemy down, and and it's so little to you because of all the work you're doing that you think it's just a negative thought coming to enter the gates, shutting down. You're not cutting your hair. You're not doing struggle bangs, right? I hate when people do struggle bangs. When you're not feeling the best you, and the enemy comes to tell you to cut your hair, cut bangs, cut your new hair, cut. Like the enemy is gonna tell you you're ugly. You ain't gonna be uploading pictures the same because you ugly. And that's far further from the truth. The enemy is going to tell you, you know, like he's going to tell you, like if you don't know your beauty and you're developing and you feel a little insecure in your beauty and people sending you beauty spells, you're not going to know what is up, right? You're going to feel confused. And then, like, if you don't know your beauty, the devil loves to play on that. Some people don't know their beauty. Are you a whimsical beauty? Are you a hot girl? Like they don't know their beauty, right? So it's real easy to confuse you. God wants to help y'all understand your beauty. Like too many people, I saw this video and people were like putting pictures like you're this beauty, you're this baddie, you're a Y2K. Like it was just helping you understand your aesthetic, your baddie, right? In all the comments, you could tell people don't understand their magic. They're not completely understanding what they give off to the world, right? God wants to help you understand that. He wants to help you thoroughly understand what type of magic and beauty you're working with. But when you don't know, you're going to go to this aesthetic. You're going to think you need to be this aesthetic, right? You're going to think, like I remember when I first started my spiritual journey, I was heavily conflicted. I was like, okay, does this mean I wear bendies now? Does this mean I wrap my hair now? Right? No, you still who you are. You're still developing, right? Don't get off track trying to copy styles and stuff and get into this style. And now all of a sudden you're into this because you're into that. No, you're multifaceted with one face, right? You like your style. You know your style. You know your motif. God's going to help you understand that, right? But you have different aspects of self. So that's why people be confused by me because I'm one face, but I have many different aspects of self. Many cool things about me. You guys don't know, many talents, right? Like y'all, many talents. You don't got to switch up. But when you be in these beauty spells, you don't know which way is up. You don't know if you give whimsical. You don't know if you give baddie. You don't know if you're pretty. You don't know if you're gorgeous. You don't know if you give cute, right? You don't know. You're gonna be in this confusion because you're growing. And the devil loves to help y'all confuse yourselves, help you cut your hair up, help you think your fingers are long, witchy fingers, right? If you got a vein in your hand, that's not just a hand anymore with a live pulse. It's veiny, witchy hands, right? You ugly. right? That's what the devil loves to tell people. Your titty sag, you ugly. Oh, damn, not orangutan titty Sally. You ugly. Saggy ass Sally, you ugly. Cellulite Betty, you ugly. When you don't understand you're pretty and you're gorgeous, you're gonna let little facts about yourself determine the whole outcome, determine the whole beauty. Nah, what? Right? And then these beauty spells that people who are insecure or believe their own power or whatever will send you all thoughts. And whether you're strong in your faith and in God and in your body, you're gonna believe it. You're gonna take it in. It is now yours to keep, right? So no, there are people sitting around wishing on y'all beauty, wanting to take y'all down, hoping you don't work out. If you don't work out, there is someone's spell has a strong hold on you. If you don't feel like eating well, someone's spell has a strong hold on you. Of course, there's laziness. There is that. But if you know you a baddie and you know you work out and you know under God, you be handling that. And then there's just days you be falling off. There's days you want to cut off your hair. There's days you don't feel pretty. Of course, there's the period. We know those thoughts. But ultimately, if you know you hitting it, and then all of a sudden you have a thought to cut your hair. If you know you hitting every cue in your life, you handling this, right? And all of a sudden you feel ugly and this ain't working. You're doing your makeup sloppy and you know exactly how to handle that. You don't know what to wear. It's your club, right? You just, there will be a mask there. You will not know what's going on there. Talking to God, getting to the gym, eating well is going to phase all that out. You're going to think it's just a bad thought from the past self who wasn't able, right? You're not going to realize it's these enemy, weirdo, demon witches sending y'all thoughts, hoping your hair, you don't know how to do your hair, hoping you don't do new styles, hoping you don't create a new wave, hoping you don't do your makeup, hoping you don't smile the same. There's random people who will come across y'all and send y'all these thoughts. And I've seen people, like, unfortunately, I've seen people where, like, of course you can get insecure and then just do the struggle bangs. That ain't got to do with other people. That's just what you've been putting yourself in, Courtney. No, for real. I don't want to talk about Kourtney Kardashian, but those bangs is like, I don't know if it's just having, I don't know. But she got struggle bangs. I don't like them. Some people do not like bangs. I don't like bangs. Like, I like them for the moment if I have other hair to cut and play in, but my hair to cut and play in, nah. My hair to dye and bleach up, nah. The enemy, and I noticed this, y'all, and I'm gonna leave y'all with this. The enemy, when the enemy is real jealous of your money, he wants you to spend it. When the enemy is real jealous of your beauty, he wants you to be a hoe and be a slut and like present like it. Only like not like that, because like I told you I got titty pics, right? But he's going to exploit it. When the enemy is so jealous and he realizes that you have extra, right? You got this extra beauty, extra money, extra wins, right? And people, they're gonna want you to spend it. They can get you to not get the money. They can get you to not be pretty. So they're gonna try and get you to be the wrong type of pretty. There we are. They're gonna try and get you to spend your money. Like, I saw this interviewer and he was like, and I could tell no one felt this but me. But he said to the NFL guy, he was like, you just got a whole lot of money. What are you gonna spend it on? I know you want to spend it on. Like to me, that's the enemy. He can't get you to not get that money. So he's going to be like, oh, I bet you could buy this, buy that, do this, do that, cut your hair. You'll still feel hot. You attract. Like, he's going to get y'all to do what the devil's trying to do with Jesus and Matthew. Get you to jump off the ledge to prove God can save y'all. Get y'all to date a loser to prove God can save you up out of that. You're going to come up out of that. You're going to spend all that money because God going to provide. He's going to bring it back, right? Sorry, I think I said that in the last video. But still. He's gonna test y'all. He gonna get y'all to spend, like, if your say you got a sister and she jealous of all the money you making, she gonna get you to try and spend that. She gonna be like, oh my gosh, girl, now you can always get you can get that hair you always wanted. You can get this. You can spend your money on this. We can go on like, she will, like, people when they're jealous of what you get, if they can't stop it, they're gonna get you to spend it. They're gonna get you to waste your youth, waste your beauty. Like, I noticed this. I don't know if people have caught on to that, But when people be real jealous and they can't take it from you, they can't do nothing. They're going to try and get you. And that's what the devil does, get you to ruin it. People can't, what? Get your money, right? So they're gonna convince you to spend that. They're going to drop little nuggets in your ear. That's why it's important to get paid and get with God. You'll know exactly what to spend it on. People are going to be like, oh, you could buy this. You could buy that. You could go anywhere, right? You're rich. So don't believe the spells. Keep working on you. Getting in the gym. Don't cut your hair. Get you a wig. If you want short hair, take the fake hair out. If you want short hair, but you got long hair, get you a wig and cut that into a bob. Wear a bob for a week. You won't like it. That was just a thought someone placed in your head through their negative thinking that landed in your dome because you're that connected, right? And it's not for you to act it out. These people want you to destroy yourselves. Please cut your hair. Please accuse your boyfriend of cheating and leave him, right? Mess up your stuff. Please take your car across country. Your car is now for road trips, right? Like, you're gonna do stuff right. So you guys, protect yourselves. I didn't mean for this video to be super long, but when you just starting off and understanding your beauty and stuff, you won't have thoughts. Stop touching your hair. Stop cutting your hair. No, you don't want struggle bangs. No, you don't want a bob. Have you always envisioned, or is your number one ideal of beauty a bald head? Not like that, because we know, like, when people cut their hair, that means they just, they're worried about different things. They're not worried about the 3D. They don't care how they're being perceived. But if your ideal has not always been a girl with short hair, that's not you, boo. That's the enemy who wants you to cut all your off, right? You're just having a rough day, like I said, and what, you want to cut? No, you don't. Put the scissors down. Some of y'all gonna have to go get fake wigs anyways. Just cut it up when you feel that energy. Maybe you just need to hear the snip, snip, snip. I don't know. But that energy comes, and it's so that you destroy your new hair. How many units have y'all destroyed because someone placed an image in your head, these witches, and you believed it? Straight cut your new unit up. And you're like, dang, I wish I didn't cut that. I wish I didn't dye that. I wish I didn't. Yeah, you keep believing the enemy. Get your butt in the gym, eat some good food, talk to God. God will show you, and he will show you, that's not your thought. Someone placed that. Someone really is against your beauty. You won't see yourself the same. You won't know what's going on here. I'm telling you. It is so that your beauty is masked, so you won't know how to operate in that beauty, in that glory, under God. Okay? You don't want to get in the shower? You're going to skip that. No, you need your messages. Get your butt in the gym. Get your butt in the shower. Get your butt in that kitchen. Cut up good meals. Have those good thoughts. Light candles. Have candlelit dinners. Okay? Invite God in. So that when evil messages come to you about your beauty, you don't believe them. When the devil tries to tell you you ugly because you got veins in your feet, because you got veins that show out in your thighs, right? What, you got eczema? Some of you guys got skin diseases, psoriasis. Come on now. The enemy's going to use any little thing to make you feel overall ugly. You just got one little thing going on, but the enemy's going to use it to feel overall ugly. And then if you got people and you still out here with your insecurities, still acting like you ain't got none, people don't know what's going on with you. They're going to send energy to make you feel twice as ugly, even though they don't know you still working through a demon, right? You got to protect yourselves heavy, right? I got to repeat myself. So I love y'all. Peace.